So what is raw foods on a budget? Can you do raw foods on a budget? Is it possible to eat raw foods on a budget? Most people don't think it is. I didn't think it was, but it is, and it's possible in this book. We'll show you how. Raw Foods on a Budget is an upcoming book, and basically the book is to show people how to eat raw foods while living on a tight budget. So the book is divided into 5 sections, and the first section is just an introduction to the book. And the first chapter deals with my story as a raw vegan, but also my story as a raw vegan trying to have a budget or create a budget. And then the second chapter, which is actually available for free, anybody can look at that, basically goes through the book, and it gives you an idea of what this book is about, what kind of approach that it's making. And it's making a very holistic approach because there's different aspects, different dimensions of how we live our life that influence how much money we spend on food. Then the second section of the book presents all these different strategies of changing those dimensions of how we eat, and also where we buy food that impact our budget. And so there's a chapter on that's called Change How You Buy Food. There's a chapter on changing where you buy food, changing how you store food, another one on how you prepare food, and even one on how you eat food. Then there's another chapter in that section about growing your own food. And then there's a third chapter in the book that deals with actually with startup costs, raw vegan startup costs. So what kinds of startup costs are associated with this type of lifestyle. And the startup costs, and that's for equipment and food, things that you will most likely need to eat a certain kind, depending on what kind of raw vegan lifestyle that you want. So that's actually one of the things the chapters talk about, is to help you figure out, okay, do you want the more cuisine-like raw food, or do you want the more simple raw food? There's a fourth section, and this section has 2 chapters about creating your own raw vegan budget. So it's actually a step-by-step guide to creating your own monthly raw vegan budget. And this, even if you're not, this budget is helpful even if you're not 100% raw foods. It just will put you in that frame of mind. You can also include, those other, just other kinds of non-raw foods into that budget as well. But the idea is to create a budget so that you have something to take away and to implement on a monthly basis, and to also monitor your progress. The final chapter of the book is all the recipes. Gotta have recipes. And what's cool about these recipes is that they're all low-cost recipes. They're all really good, delicious, low-cost recipes. They really use a lot of simple ingredients. I like to keep things simple. I like to preserve the flavor of the ingredients that I'm using as much as possible. And so they tend to be very simple, and they tend to really emphasize or to highlight the fresh produce that I'm putting in there. So that's what the book contains, and so it's a lot of information. It was meant to be a comprehensive guide to eating raw foods on a budget. And I think, and as the book is being written, it's exceeding my own expectations. I mean, I can't wait for this book to be done so I can tell everyone about it, because I'm just as excited about it. I mean, this book it's incredible. It's providing something that we all need, and it's doing a really good job. So, how can you get the book? Well, the book is going to be released in April 2011. However, what I'm doing with this book is that I'm making it so that people can buy the book now. And basically, when you buy the book now, and you're buying the electronic version of the book, and it's only $10, basically, when you buy the book now, you receive the chapters and the recipes as they become available. So like every 2 to 3 weeks, you receive a new chapter. Every week, you receive new recipes. And that way, you can actually start implementing some of the things that you're learning. So you can really take one chapter at a time and really start. Instead of what you can also do is buy the book by the chapter. And that's really cheap. I mean, each chapter is only 99 cents, and it comes with 6 to 8 recipes, which is a great deal because you're getting a lot of information, and you're getting some really awesome recipes. You can get the book at www.rawfoodsonabudget.com. Pretty simple. So get the book. All right, done.